Welcome back to another video here on the channel, guys. I hope we're all doing good. This is going to be a very important video, especially if you want to make money on TikTok Shop. We're going to talk about how one of my students, Bryant, made $2,500 his first 7 days on TikTok Shop, right? He's had no prior experience, never done it before. In his first week, he's already on pace for $10,000 a month profit. So you guys see all the numbers on the front end, but you guys don't actually see what goes on in the back end, the product selection, the mindset going into it, the script writing process. So we're going to break down all that in today's video. Make sure you watch until the end of the video to make the most of it. And I'll talk to you guys after the interview. All right, what's up, guys? Hope we're all doing good. This is one of my students, Bryant. He started working with me how long ago now?
Been only 12 days, bro.
12 days, and he's been crushing it. So gonna be a calm little case study. I'm gonna ask him a couple questions, and we're gonna hopefully see how we can scale him up from here, but also, look back at how well he's done and, kind of get some feedback for the new guys who are trying to start TikTok Shop. So for just the people wondering, who even is Bryant, and, where'd you come from? What were you doing before TikTok Shop? And give them a quick rundown of your story actually coming up.
So I'm just a college student right now.
Yeah.
I was working at Dollar Tree making $20 an hour.
Yeah.
And I was making like $400 every 2 weeks, whatever, it was nothing. So I wanted to, get that financial freedom for myself.
Altogether, I know you had a pretty notable first day. If you want to share with the people how much you made your first ever day, his first day as a student, bro, I can't make this up. He had a pretty good day.
Bro. I did 1.3K in GMV, bro.
1.3K GMV and what is that, 210 profit?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Crazy.
And kind of going into that first day, what were you expecting? Were you expecting to make that much right away?
I wasn't expecting that at all, because we were talking about the product and we were just gonna test out stuff out, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I didn't even expect that at all. I was just reading the script and everything, so it was crazy, honestly.
Yeah. That's how it is for a lot of people. When for all the students, you normally want to test out products when you first start going live. Sometimes the first product's gonna hit, and it did for you. So there's no point of even having to test out other products when the first one does that good. We've been doing this for, you said 10 days now. You've been a student.
It's been 12 days. Yeah.
12 days. Okay. And in these 12 days, what's the total amount you've made in profit in 12 days?
I've done 2.5K.
2.5K in 12 days. Okay. And I know you were doing TikTok Shop before, right?
Yeah, for a few, since July.
Since July.
2 months.
Were you mainly focused on videos back then or lives?
Just videos.
Just videos. Okay. So essentially your first ever live was with me. Is that how it was?
Yeah.
Okay. And back then when you were doing, videos back in July, what was the highest month you had from videos alone?
In the whole 2 months, I did $200 profit. $300
and then $200 in your whole month when you were doing videos? And
then, all 2 months, $200.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy, bro. And then your first day as a student, you did that, boom. First live.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing I want to ask is how did you even find me? And what kind of made you want to reach out and, learn from someone?
I was just honestly watching you for a while, ever since I started watching, or when I was on TikTok. So just watching you and seeing all the sauce you gave out to everyone.
Yeah.
Just made me want to reach out and start,
Is investing into a mentor something you always had in mind, or is it just you saw the opportunity and you just took it in the moment? Or is it something you were always looking for?
I wouldn't say I was always looking for it, but I feel like it depends, because there's a lot of mentorships that don't really do that one-on-one coaching, or they don't really give out the right information and actually help. I think it really depends on who it is,
Yeah. What's the next weekly goal? Because you've already done great in 10 and 12 days. 2.5K is crazy. So what's next from here?
Bro, man, that 10K month, bro.
Yeah. How close do you feel like you are to hitting that 10K month, I should say, actually?
I feel like I'm super close. I just got to keep pushing it. I'm super close to that, that breakthrough.
And there's a bunch of people who, even like we've been doing TikTok Shop for months and months, and they still haven't had that big month that they're looking for, even the 5K plus months they haven't got. And you got it pretty fast, in 12 days. There's not many people who can say they've done that as well. So I guess altogether, for someone who's newer to TikTok Shop, what do you feel like was the biggest piece of advice that I kind of gave you that helped you the most?
Start doing lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like videos, there's a lot of things that you have to get into it, and it takes time to get the right hooks in and all these, there's certain things. When you have lives, it's just a good product, good scripts, and there's execution.
Yeah. For a new person starting TikTok Shop, let's say it's their first month, would you also recommend them to just start off straight with lives and then start doing videos afterwards? Or would you, have them take the normal path where they start videos and then they transition into lives if it doesn't work?
Definitely start lives first.
Okay.
Definitely start.
Back in July, let's say you had started lives in July, right? When you first started this, where do you think you'd be at right now?
Honestly, if I started, I feel like it would have taken me some time still to do product research, find the right scripts and everything. I probably would have made more, but obviously I wouldn't know what scripts to write, all the different points and stuff like that. So
okay. And from my coaching specifically, you're getting the products, the scripts, and just obviously the calls, looking back at what's working, what's not, and then we're testing moving forward. Out of everything that I gave you, what was the biggest help? Was it just product selection? Was it just the script? Or was it just having someone there? Like, what did you feel like you actually gained the most from?
I think it was just, having that one-on-one coaching where you can just like always just text you whenever I needed something. Yeah, just our like reviews and going back and seeing what we can do better.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to talk about yourself, actually? Like anything you want to say to newer people? Like any?
I would just say, just don't wait to start. I feel like I spent so much time just waiting and waiting to like for that right opportunity to come. Yeah. This is never going to come unless you actually take action and do something about it.
Yeah. And for kind of newer people, let's say someone's about to run their first ever live stream, right? It's their first time ever doing this. They've never touched TikTok Shop before. They're going straight into lives like you suggested them to do. For their first live, what piece of advice would you give them?
I would say just make sure you have that product that you really understand before you do go on live. So when you're like actually selling the product, people actually understand what you're talking about. Yeah. Different things like your tone and like the way you say it to people will make them buy the product more.
And that's conviction in a nutshell. I see a lot of people, they'll just, they'll take something that's working for someone else, which is good, but you can tell they don't have much conviction, when they're talking, and they don't actually know what they're talking about. So in terms of conviction and tonality, it's one of the most underrated parts of TikTok Shop Lives. How big of a role do you think that plays compared to, just the product selection or just the scripting, like the energy and conviction you bring to the stream?
I think it's such a big role because like people can say like something's saturated, but then like you can literally make it so much better if you can actually express it in a way better way.
I gave you a product that was pretty saturated, but the proof of concept was down, but it was pretty saturated and pretty competitive. There's a lot of people running it. And so what do you think made yourself stand out against everyone else who's also trying to promote your product?
I think the way I speak and the way I say it to people make them want to buy the product way more. And it actually seems like I'm using the product and everyone actually believes that, like what I'm saying is actually true.
Yeah. You want to show the people how much you've made in the past 12 days doing TikTok Shop Lives?
Yeah. 13.5K GMV.
Jeez. And 2.4K profit, not including today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Okay. You mentioned you were working at Dollar Tree. You wanted that financial freedom. And I'm sure there's a bunch of people watching this who are in a very similar position. So if you could go back and talk to your older self, or if you could talk to people who are in the same position as you were watching this video, what would you say to them? Because I know a lot of people have that, the fear of starting, this fear of actually taking action. What would you say to your old self or to just other people who are facing the same problem?
I would say to just start on it as soon as possible, because like you can just watch people that do the same thing you want to do. Yeah. But then if you don't do it and you just watch, you're just wasting years away, guys.
Yeah. And with the money that you're making from TikTok Shop, what are the plans? Like I know you mentioned financial freedom is huge to you. You want to take vacations, you want to, retire your mom. What's your actual goal here with the money you're making from Shop?
I'm trying to retire my mom, bro. Yeah. Like help her with anything I can because she's done so much for me. So I gotta repay her back in any way I can.
Yeah. That's good. And before Shop, actually, was there any other like business model you tried? Like, did you try drop shipping or making an SMMA? Did you try anything else? Or was kind of TikTok Shop the first thing you gravitated towards?
TikTok Shop was the first one. Yeah, first one.
That's good. You won at your first business model, bro. Because I know a lot of people, they're like, for example, me, I tried tons and tons of business models until I found one that stuck. But yeah, you found one. You found a winner right away, bro, which is really good. What's your final message to the people watching this? Because you're obviously crushing it. I appreciate you coming on, obviously. Super well you're doing here. What is your final message to people who want to be where you're at?
Yeah, so if any of you guys are like a college student like me, and you're working a part-time job, just slaving away, you definitely need to start TikTok Shop. This is going to change your life, I'm telling you. It literally changed my life. It changed my perception of how money is made and how much like time I'm saving.
All right, bro. Appreciate you coming on. I'm going to wrap it up here. Yeah, I know you're going to keep crushing it. We'll do this again when you hit your first 10K month, all right? And that's how simple it is to be on pace for $10,000 a month on TikTok Shop. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, comment them down below. I'll try my best to answer every single one of you guys. Also, subscribe to the channel. And if you guys do want to become a student and work with me one-on-one, I'll leave a link in the description down below as well. Hope this was helpful. Love you boys and girls. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace out.